What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel and to this trashed office. I made a video for you last week. It was a hard video for me to make. You can see that here. I haven't posted it because it's currently private on my channel. And the reason why is because that video has to do with net worth, and it's kind of a sensitive subject. I'm realizing that my fan's on. Hang on. Alright, so after I made the video, I edited it, I posted it, made a thumbnail for it, did all these things. I started thinking to myself, is this a smart video to post into the public eye? And there's a whole movement of people. It's the FIRE community. FIRE, Financial Independence, Retire Early, is what the acronym stands for. If you don't know who they are, look them up. I'll probably be doing some videos on them later. But anyway, there's a whole slew of people that post these kinds of videos online. They post their net worth, where their money's held, and how they're coming along on their financial independence journey. And I thought to myself, that seems like a good idea. It seems like something's helpful. And especially coming from somebody who, in my viewpoint, is kind of starting from scratch, really. I pretty much have burned all of my reserves, and I'm not sitting on a whole lot of money. It might be interesting to watch from the standpoint of starting from a low net worth to hopefully getting to six figures in the next 6 or 8 months. And so I made the video, and then I started thinking to myself, why shouldn't I post this? So this video is about the 5 reasons that I came up with why not to share your net worth, especially online, but even just with friends and family and everything like that. So the first reason is unhealthy lending. And anybody who has any kind of cash reserves or anything like that might already have experienced something like this. But when you have friends and family that know that you have a nest egg or a chunk of change sitting around, you get asked, hey, can I just borrow some money? Like, I just need to do this, or I just need to do that. And in my opinion, it's unhealthy to mix money with family or friends. And so that's one reason why posting your net worth or your financial information online could be problematic, because if your friends or family start watching your videos, let's say, or if you just share that information with them, then you might start getting hit up with loan requests, at which point it might become a little uncomfortable if you say no, or there might be drama or something like that. And if you post, especially in my circumstance, if you post it online, it's there for everyone to see. It's not like I can just be like, oh, I'm broke. I mean, I am right now, but in the future. The second reason I came up with is that it could potentially open you up to lawsuits. If you start sharing the fact that you have money on hand, and then you happen to do something that somebody thinks that they can sue you for, because in the U.S. here, you can pretty much sue anybody for anything with or without cause, and it's their duty to defend themselves. And if you have money exposed to everybody, you could potentially open yourself up to a lawsuit, even if a frivolous lawsuit. And who wants to deal with that, even if you didn't do anything wrong? Number 3 on the list is the IRS. Nobody wants to deal with those guys. So in the instance of the video that I made, posting that stuff just publicly could be misconstrued. And if you have anybody that doesn't like you, all it would take is one person to submit you to the IRS, and then you'd have to deal with an audit. And even if you're completely above board, which I am, going through the process of an audit is not pleasant. It takes time, takes money, it takes resources that you could otherwise be doing, and you just don't want to deal with it. And so posting online just doesn't seem like a very good idea in that regard. Number 4 is envy and jealousy. It's human nature to be jealous of people who are doing better than you, or even envious of people who you don't care for that are doing well, even if they're not doing better than you. Or even in some instances, when you're doing well and you see somebody catching up to you or making ground, for some reason, humanity has this underlying stigma where they don't want other people to do good. And not everybody, there's just an element of that. And so if you have friends and family or anybody close to you or nearby, or people that you might just run into, or people that might leave comments on your videos, that don't like the fact that you're doing well, you open yourself up to having to expose yourself to that envy and jealousy, those haters, those whatever, that judgment. And that's, you know, why would you do that? Like, willingly. And the final reason, it's not a very strong reason, but the final reason that I had kind of run through my head is peer pressure. Because you get a lot of people that are like, well, you can afford it. Or if you're so rich, why don't you buy a Lambo? Or those kind of comments, right? Because there's a difference between being wealthy and being rich. The fact of the matter is most of my net worth is held in funds and things that I can't touch. A 401k that I just can't get into until I'm, whatever it is, 59 and a half. A Roth IRA, you know, these things, these investment vessels that I just can't liquidate at any time I want to. And even if I could do that, why would I take compounding interest out of the equation for myself and buy, you know, fancy stuff? There's a difference between looking rich and being wealthy. And I intend on being wealthy, not necessarily looking rich until I have the FU money required to do that, if that's the case. So there is that inherent peer pressure to be able to spend money like you're rich if somebody knows how wealthy you are, even if you just go out to the golf game and people want you to pick up the golf round, or if they, you know, somebody plans a vacation that you don't necessarily want to go on and they're like, dude, you could come, you've got tons of money, you work for yourself, whatever, that kind of things. I have experienced these things in the past, and that's kind of where a lot of this stuff is coming from, because, you know, when I was very young, I made a lot of money, and then I crashed, and then I made a lot of money, and then I crashed, and here I am, I'm going to make a lot of money again. And so I have experienced these to some extent in the past, and so it got me thinking, I just don't know whether or not I should post the video. So I'm making this video, albeit it's a little bit chopped up, because my battery died, and I've had technical difficulties getting through this video, but I'm making this video to kind of get your input on the matter. What do you think? Do you think that people that publicly share their net worth and their monetary value, their portfolios, whatever, do you think it's a good idea for them? Not do you want to see it, do you think it's a good idea for them to do? Let me know in the comment section below. I had a completely different video plan for today, but I'm going to do a video at least once a week, and so instead of posting the video that I had done, I wanted to make this and get a feel for what was coming up. Anyway, if you liked the video, please like, favorite, comment, subscribe. You know the drill. It's the YouTube stuff. Hit the like button for the algorithm if you would, please. And I will see you in the next video. Thanks for watching. Welcome back to the channel. Let's try this again. What's up, everybody? I don't know why I'm so nervous to make these videos. My battery died. Now I'm not in focus. Now nothing's doing what it's supposed to do. Focus! Alright, where were we? Number 4. Why you gotta be like that, camera?